As a part of the focus program, we had been to the University of New Hampshire. We have talked with the university faculty members there, visited their labs and visited the field research that they are doing there. And we have found many common areas to work together.
I appreciate the knowledge exchange program between the US and Bangladesh. I strongly believe that our researchers and our young professionals who visited the US in the last July, definitely they can replicate this type of activities and this type of knowledge and research initiatives in our country also.
We hear a lot about the famous mangroves of Bangladesh, but to see people again interacting with that space, interacting with that biological setting, and again it's a place that borders communities, but it's this ecosystem that has such great function on the landscape that those two are right there together. I found that as a really wonderful experience to be in that space.
I think I've learned so much just being here, just being able to talk to people. I'm also interested, once I finish graduate school, to go work in policy and government jobs. So just seeing what people do here is really inspiring, incredible, and just like I have all these new ideas and questions for research that I'd like to continue working on when I get back.
In a time of climate change, where we are trying to feed people and we're trying to provide wood and other products for people, it's very important to understand how they function. I've been very impressed with Bangladesh, how connected to the land the people are, how the environment is also maintained given all the people, and the fact that they can produce much of the food that they need is also very impressive. And so basically we want to try to understand how we can continue to feed the people while not disturbing the environment as much, and maybe even improving the environment.
One of the things that's really been highlighted on our visit has been how, especially in the Sundarbans, the communities here are dependent on their natural resources, which means climate change is actually a threat to community livelihood. And it's also an opportunity for communities to grow. And so through research, we can identify ways that allow us to conserve the values of those communities as well as all of the attributes of these ecosystems, and bring them together in ways where wildlife and trees and oceans and rivers all provide for a shared community enrichment. And that can be done in a sustainable way.
The most interesting things is not what I saw, it's what I heard. So we had an opportunity to go out in the morning, right when the sun was coming up, and we took out the boat, and then we shut off the boat, and the boat was silent, and the forest started to come alive. And that was a great example of how the wildlife, the animals, are responding to the noise that we're making. When we go in and make noise, they're quiet. But when we're quiet, the forest starts to come alive.
I've been studying mangroves for 35 years. I've studied them all over the world, and of all the sites I've seen, by far this is the most beautiful and continuous mangrove system I've seen. The management is exceptional. The dedication of the forest departments and the community to help preserve the system is unprecedented. It's such an incredible habitat for the tiger and so many other species. To me, without this forest structure, so many other things wouldn't be possible. And protecting it is central to, I think, everybody, and that's come through very clearly in all the meetings we've had, from the highest official to the most earnest member of the community.
But if we don't do the research first, then we're really just making guesses. And if we're making guesses, then it's easier for us to be wrong. So by bringing researchers together, we can take different perspectives and use them to actually identify the best pathway forward for the community and for the natural populations that live here as well.
The Forestry and Climate Science Exchange Program is a platform for learning, sharing, and collaborating between Bangladesh and the United States of America. We intend to strengthen this platform through continuous exchanges of innovative knowledge for identifying and addressing critical challenges in natural resources management.